The Ministry of Social Development has to be the proactive arm of government in relation to addressing the social issues affecting the society. And as such, we have developed a wide range of programs from the very early stages for children right up to those with the elderly.
I believe anybody who watches us on television would recognize and get interested, because they would know that in some part of the world, on a 40 square mile island with 14,000 people, we are paying special attention to tomorrow's generation.
In coming to government, given our fundamental position for redirecting the society to create a kind of environment, social environment which allows for business and all other forms of development to take place, the task was always to restructure these departments. So we set about immediately increasing the staff, recruiting professional people, developing programs, because it's not the structure which is important, it's the programs that matter. In the Department of Youth, we have a large number of programs. I will just share some of them with you. We have a program called the Reading Starts With Us, where we move around the community and do a series of programs where parents and children learn to read together. So the children get the book, the parent gets the book, and you are taught how to read with your child. It's a remarkable way of fostering a culture of literacy and reading and ensuring that the whole habit of reading takes root in the society. So we did that right across the country at a graduation with some 70 persons in several, targeting parents of children in preschools. We have the homework assistance program where we pay the teachers to teach the children at afternoons, make sure they do their homework. Of course, anybody who's been in a classroom knows that is one of the biggest challenges you face, children not doing their homework. And we know that children have parents who are working at evenings, and also we know that many parents are unable to help their children. So we, as a government, immediately made the decision to introduce the homework assistance program right across the island. And all the children at all the schools, primary schools, so much so now that the high school students are saying they want to continue. But of course, that's a lot more demanding because of the fact that in primary levels, the subjects are standard. In high school, you have specific, so you'd have to recruit teachers for a whole range of subjects. It's not something which we will not do, but at the moment, given our level of resources, we will work with the primary. What we've seen an increased level of performance in the primary level. We have also seen a shaving off, if you wish, of the rough edges from our students, and there is more of a positive attitude toward schooling, simply because you can get to do your homework. So you can present your homework next day to your class, and also the performance in the tests of standards has increased significantly.
Strong lyrics, a book a special friend, so read every day, read a book a day.
Any student of development knows you don't stop and start with social development. You don't postpone social development. If you had a child and he's 8 years old, what do you say? Well, I don't have the time, so I don't train him. And you come back when he's 12, when he's hard to deal with. We are learning that we have taken that approach in a number of instances. Social development is dynamic and it has to be consistent. Resources are needed, but it's not so much that they did. When you look at what it is for, it is to promote human resource development. When you live in a society with a history of colonialism and slavery, you don't have a choice as to what you focus on. The focus must be on education and training. Because our position is that our ministry is responsible for ensuring a stable society in which there's discipline, behavior, and respect. And and there is low crime or no crime. So all of these are intended as prevention programs. We have a program called Empowering Men for Change. We have the professional counseling services with fully trained people there to deal with family issues. And as you would know, the people are challenged these days, so we have to deal with those. There's a very backward view of development which says that you must focus on investing in things that generate money. How do you generate money in an economy if young people are spinning out of control? You really believe you can build a safe and sound economic base on a rotten social structure? No, you can't. And development must not be conceived as either or. It's social and economic development going together. We understand the need for investments, foreign, local, but we also know that we have a responsibility to provide the kind of environment which engages the investors and which wants to make investors feel part of that process of development. We have done the things that the opposition has difficulty with. Well, we expect that. Given the kindergarten logic which informs their thinking, we wouldn't expect anything other than that. We took some money and we built a drag strip. We didn't build a drag strip just for young people to have fun. And if we did what? 2/3 of the country are young people. If this country's young people need to have fun, so what? But there's a larger picture involved. We built the drag strip to add to the entertainment pool in the country, and we built the drag strip to provide economic opportunities in Nevis. So, when there is a drag race event, you have 30 to 40 vendors selling money. You have direct payments for entry. You have the hotels being full and the guest houses being full. It is these people who need to speak to the importance of the drag strip. The last drag race we had here, the Minister of Youth from Tortola came with an entourage to speak with us, to see what we are doing. They want to do the same thing in Tortola, so we can't be wrong. So what we have done is to engage a group of consultants to develop the facility and to market the events, schedule the events, to team up with local, regional, and international dragsters and promote the events from A, social, and B, economics. If you have a drag racing event, and for argument's sake, you have 3,000 people over there any one day. This is a population of some 13,000 people. And you have 3,000 any day. Bear in mind our brothers and sisters in St. Kitts from across the waters. They're coming over to be part of it. And what we want to do is to internationalize the events. So organize the events that the world knows when we are having it, that there is no competing event, because ours is the premier event. And so they're going to develop a program to ensure that we have sustainability, because we can put down the investments. That's not what we're doing. We need to remind the people of the country that we are Mr. Parry's party of thinking men and women. We dream and imagine and go to work. And so when we put down the drag strip is step one. Step two is the development of the entire facility into a major family entertainment and economic activity. And so we see this as an opportunity to build, to expand further the economic activities. For instance, we expect somebody to put a guest house somewhere in the region near to the drag strip.